All right, great stuff. So good to have you all here, and we're live now on YouTube. We have all of you, and like I said in our last show, well, the essence of this show is so that we can share everything that we know and as we learn, because the digital finance market is huge, and in this part of the world, we seem not to be paying as much attention to it as we actually should. And so we are hoping that from the things that you learn from here, you'll be able to apply, save, and you'll be able to make some more money out there. And most importantly, beyond making money, it will help you to become more mature in the things that you do, so that you actually do not go on losing more and more. So I want to start by saying that we are actually, the way it is right now, it appears we are still looking forward to a real bull run. We're still looking forward to a real run rather. Remember that we do have our analysts and technical analysts and all of that actually help to provide some of the data. I may not be able to go into depth into the data that we have access to and all of that. But then the most important thing for all those that are part of the show is that you get informed as to, the trend, how things are going, and what you need to do to protect yourself. You see, a lot will be happening in the coming days. And if you are already a trader, we understand that some people may not be trading yet, but might have an interest in wanting to trade at some point, or might want to go into the market, while some people are already traders. So we are already traders. So we understand all of that. Okay, so we're talking from that perspective. So if you're already trading, please always remember to use your stop loss. Always remember to use your stop loss. My interaction with a lot of people this way has shown that many people like to trade without necessarily applying their brakes. They like to trade without necessarily applying their brakes. But they forget that the trend is your friend until it breaks. So you need to understand all of this and pay attention and move your stop loss upwards, forward. If you don't understand what stop loss is, if you don't understand how to apply stop loss, then what I'm saying might sound like a different language that you're finding it hard to understand. So you need to do some more learning. And of course, we have programs that can teach you how you can apply these things that I'm just mentioning now to your business and your trading activities, okay? Now, like I said earlier, I said that we're still expecting that bull run that's going to give people like massive profit. And in as much as we're expecting a massive bull run, we also need to be careful. Why do we need to be careful? Because some analysts have also hinted that Bitcoin or BTC, which is like the lead asset, might experience a massive and significant drop in price at some point. Where the indicators actually, they go both ways. We are at a very critical time in the cryptocurrency world. And so you have to be serious about this space. You have to be serious about this space. And I encourage you to do your own research, both fundamental and technical research. If you have issues, if you don't know how to do those fundamental or technical research, then we can help you. Okay, we've got experts that can teach you how to do that. Okay, we've got a couple of people coming into the room. Let's try to get them in. Okay, let me admit some. All right, so you need to pay attention to all of these so that you will be playing safe, so to speak. So these indicators, like I said, they go both ways, and I encourage you to do your research. Amongst other indicators, we must look out for The expectation is that at some point, Bitcoin is going to break above 42K, that's $42,000. This is very significant. The reason we have to look out for that is because if that does not happen, then we have to prepare for a lot. Remember I said, if the Bitcoin break, 42, it does not break 42,000 upwards, then we have to be prepared for a lot. But the data point that, look forward to that time, distant time when Bitcoin is going to break upwards. I'm trying to present the information that I present here as simply as possible without any too much technical mixtures, so that the regular man on the streets can really understand and make his own decision whether he wants to go into cryptocurrency or whether he wants to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other asset. Okay, so that's how I'm presenting. We are presenting the information that we present here. We try as much as possible to give you information that can enable you, to make decisions and even record profits. So be careful also with altcoins. I think I mentioned that in our last show. Altcoins, I mean other coins apart from Bitcoin, because it's like when Bitcoin sneezes, the other altcoins will cough. Okay, so Bitcoin is actually having a significant impact on the upward or downward move of all of these, of the other altcoins. And then it's important to note that in as much as our analysts have, or different analysts have actually predicted that, they made predictions, and they also predicted that there was going to be a drop, what we call the dip, there was going to be a dip, but nobody was able to predict exactly how deep this dip was going to be. A few weeks ago, nobody was able to say exactly how deep it was going to be, but here we are. However, experts agree that it's actually a good thing, because cryptocurrency, it was just flowing. The bullish run, a few weeks ago was so high, was so tough. Was so fast that people became incredibly bullish. So from time to time, it was also good for there to be a drawback, a pushback, a correction. They say, okay, hey, slow down. Let's correct ourselves. Let's correct the market and all of that. So the market had to correct itself. Again, experts also agree that what we're experiencing now is not the regular correction. You have institutional players, you have big boys or big, very cash-heavy people, whales, getting into the market and actually influencing what is happening, so that people who were never in the cryptocurrency world before would have a chance to go in, not the regular Joes like you and I, but those that are big friends can actually go in. But the good thing is that as their big friends are going in, you and I can also go in. But it's important to note that we have to be careful as to when we go in. I'm going to share a video with you at some point on what we need to do, or why we need to be careful about when we go in. All right, I'm going to share a video with you as to what we need to do. Why we need to be careful. Now, in the midst of all this noise, all right, so I'm going to share with you a video. Just hold on so that you'll get to understand why you need to be careful, even if there's a dip, even if the prices of cryptocurrency, the coins are going down, now why you need to be careful, okay? In the midst of all this noise, please note that credible data from various sources show that we are heading upwards. There are bright days ahead. There are good days, there are amazing days ahead. So if you're already in the cryptocurrency space, bravo, stay there. Just make sure that if you're trading with stop loss. Don't make sure that you are disciplined. You are not allowing your greed to take the better, to get the better part of you. Very important. It's very easy to allow greed to set in and to influence what you do so that you begin to break your rules. So that you begin to break your rules, your trading rules, you begin to take unnecessary risks, and it can be quite deadly, right? So, but if you are not yet in the cryptocurrency space and you're considering, okay, should I go in or not? This is the best time to get in, all right? This is the time to get in. Why? Because this is also a time that you're going to learn a lot. As people have, somebody called me, today and said, all right, so I'm waiting for all this crash to go away, and then I'll be able to come in. I hope that things are going to settle down after the crash. And my response, I wish my phone was here. Okay, and my response to her was, there is nothing like a crash. There's been, what we've been having are big sales. People are selling cryptocurrencies. And like in any case, when you have so many persons selling a particular thing, the fact is that the price of that thing is going to go down because you have a lot of people selling that thing. And guess what? Once the number of people selling that thing reduces, the price goes up. All right. So that's what's happening. You see these big guys, they come in and they dump their cryptocurrencies, they begin to sell. And then the regular people like you and I, some who are not really informed, become afraid. And then they also begin to sell theirs. So it keeps killing the price down. These big guys then go under and also buy the dip. They buy as it goes down, the price crashes, they go down and buy. And as they keep going down, as they go down to buy, what happens? The trend changes again, and eventually the price begins to go up again. So it is a zero-sum game. That means that somebody has to lose for somebody to gain. So it is knowledge that bridges the gap. So I believe that now is the best time to get in. There is a huge pointer that overall, we are looking at a massive bull run. We're not there yet. We're looking at a massive bull run. Okay, so overall, so you sure want to make sure that you have the right guidance, the right mentorship, the right coaching to help you to actually make the right decisions in your journey. Okay, now just to also let you know that in a week or two from now, sometime in June, all right, something might really happen in the world stock market, and that might really impact cryptocurrency. So you have to be alive to that. I can't go into the details now, all right, on this show, but understand that something is going to happen. And so it's important that you always stay prepared, always stay prepared. But this is one thing that I'm going to share with you. Cryptocurrency is not going away. It is not going away. There's there's so much that is going to happen in the days to come. So don't be afraid. Don't act irrationally. What fear does is that it makes you to short circuit. It makes you to take decisions that will just stop everything, but it does not necessarily provide a solution. Now, why is this time very important? It's because, if the market is all bull run, just stay with me. I told you in our last show that I'm going to share with you some assets or coins that I believe you need to keep in your holding bag. That is in that bag that you are not trading, you're just keeping it for another 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. And I'm going to share with you some assets that you can actually be trading. You can swing when the sea is calm. All right, so stay with me. I'm going to share that with you. Another thing I'm going to share with you is that I'm going to share with you how you possibly are going to make some money, because even if we're in the deep, if you don't have money, what's going to happen? You will not be able to buy the dip. So you need money, you need dollars to buy the dip. Many people are broke as we speak, so that the monies are already in the market, and the market is down in some cases by 40, 50%, all right, depending on the asset, and they just can't pull their money out. Remember, in cryptocurrency, you never lose money until, in cryptocurrency, especially if you're doing spot trading, you never lose money until you actually sell the asset. So when the asset is down, the price of the asset is down, all you have to do is to wait if you don't want to lose. Okay, so some people are in that zone. Don't worry, stay patient. Like I said, now is the time to buy the dip, but we have to be careful. Now, let me share something with you. Give me a moment. I want to share a video with you, and I hope that it does make sense to you. So just hold on a little bit. Let me see. Okay. Let me bring it up. There we go. Okay. Just a moment. It's a short video of about 1-2 minutes, but I believe that it's going to be of tremendous impact. It's going to be of tremendous impact. So give me a moment. Let me just bring it up, right? All right, so here's the video, just pay attention, all right? Pay attention why you need to be careful not just to jump into the deep, right? There's a dip, the dip is on, the dip is on, so let's just go and buy. It could just be a trap, so just watch this, and I hope that it's very instructive. All right, so
let's see if I made some money.
Right? Pay attention why you need to be careful not just to jump.
The price went down pretty bad overnight.
Right?
It is not a dip, it is a sale.
So let's just go and buy. It could just be a trap, so just watch this, and I hope that it's
It feels good to buy the dip,
right,
but let's get back up. Let's see if I made some money.
Right? Pay attention why you need to be careful not just to jump.
The price went down pretty bad overnight. I should use this opportunity to buy the dip again. It is a sale.
So let's just go and buy. It could just be a trap, so just watch this.
All right, I bought an even lower. It feels good to buy the dip.
Lucky guy.
Let's see if I made some money. I should have waited. Why can't I control myself? Went down. It's just a bigger sale. I should use this opportunity to buy the dip again. It is a sale. Be fearful when others are greedy and greedy when others are fearful. All right, I bought an even lower. It feels good to buy the dip. Lucky guy. Let's see if I'm great dollar cost averaging. I should have stopped spending money now. Price went down. It's just a bigger sale. I should use this opportunity to buy the dip. It is a sale. Be fearful when prices are so low now. When others like this might not occur again for months. I bought an even lower. It feels good to buy the dip. Let's see if I'm great dollar cost averaging. I should have $2,000 price went down. It's just a bigger sale. I should use this opportunity to buy the dip. It is a sale. Be fearful when prices are so low now. When others like this might not occur again for months. I bought it even lower. It feels good to buy the dip. Let's see if I'm great dollar cost averaging. I should have $2,000. I'm not a baby. I'm gonna do it. I should use this opportunity to buy the dip. It is a sale. Prices are so low now. When others like this might not occur again for months. I bought it even lower. It feels good to buy the dip. Let's see if I'm great dollar cost averaging. Yes, you bought it. I'm not a baby. I'm gonna do it. I should use this opportunity to buy the dip. It is a sale. Prices are so low now. When others like this might not occur again for months. I bought it even lower. It feels good to buy the dip.
Okay, so so if this made sense to you, can I see you type a one in the comment section? Did you learn anything? Can you type a 1? Did it make sense in any way? Okay, sorry. Okay, can I get a 1? Yes, made sense. Mama, are we still getting the noise? Is there so much noise? Please just type in there, let me know.
1 5.
All right, 1. Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Said it was too noisy. Not sure why that was. Well, a lot of interference when the video was on. Ouch. Okay, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I'm not sure why that happened. Oh. Okay, don't worry. Okay, so what's going to happen is I'm going to check that out, and I'm probably going to put it back on the group so that you can watch it. For those of you that are in the group, I will put it back in the group so that you can actually watch it again. Okay, so sorry about the noise. I didn't know, I'm not sure why that noise, but if you're not already in the group, I'll soon post the link to the group so that you can actually have access to, if you're not already in the group, our WhatsApp group, for those who want to learn more. Okay, so let me put the link of the group there already. Okay, that's where we drop some more information so that people can have access, right? So don't worry, I'm going to drop it there. If you're not in the group already, you can, that's the access, that's the link to the group. You can get in there, okay? That's a link to the group, so you can get in there. And let's see. Not sure why that happened, but I'll be able to find out, okay, why it happened. And I'm going to send the video. But the essence of the video is this, is so that we're careful. You don't just go on and say, people just think because there's a dip, you should just go on and buy the dip. Now, I am not saying that we are already hitting a bearish market. No, that's not what I'm saying, okay? I'm not saying we're already hitting a bearish market, no. I'm going to show you now, BNB. Okay, so I'm not saying that, but we might learn to wait a little bit for a break in the trend. You see, the video is about somebody who buys because there's a dip, and then he figures that there's a lower low, there's a deeper dip, if you like, and then he acts like, well, I'm not a baby, I can still buy. The trade will still come back up, and then he buys, and then there's a dip again. It could actually happen to you and wipe off your money, especially if you probably are trading in the futures zone or something. All right, so it could really happen. Okay. Somebody said, I can't read. Said it was very noisy, but I got the gist because I was once a victim, though I learned my lesson the hard way. Oh, okay. So sorry. The noise is coming from the people that do not mute their mic. Okay, so noise was coming from in their house, people whose microphones were not muted. But not to worry. I will share the video with you in the group. If you're not in group, please jump in. I'll share the video with you so that you can use it for educational purposes. Okay. So here is what I would say. It's not an advice. I'm not a legal advisor, not a financial advisor. But at this point, if you must trade, you probably want to think about putting 50% of your funds in dollars, waiting. You can then trade with the other $50, 50% of your total money that you have for trading, and make sure that you trade with stop loss. Another thing that I want to add is, please, if you have your retirement portfolio, that is like your HODL portfolio, HODL. Some people have this portfolio where they have their coins, their assets, their digital assets that they put in. They're saying, I'm going to keep it for another 2 years, for 3 years. I'm not going to touch it. Please. And then if you want to start trading, or you're trading right now and your trading capital is depleted, I would say, I believe what I would do is that I would not go into that portfolio. I would not go into that bag. I will not go into my HODL bag to take some money in order to start trading. Don't do that. I mean, I wouldn't do that, okay? Whatever I have left that's going to stay for 2 years, for 3 years, whatever it is, whatever, there are key coins and assets that you have in that bag, please, I wouldn't touch that bag, okay? If I want to trade, I would have to go somewhere else to look for money to trade. But I'll come to what you can do in order to look for money to trade. I wouldn't touch the one that I've already bought. It could be BTC, it could be Ethereum, it could be whatever, any of those coins, some of them I even mentioned yesterday. Please don't go back and touch them. Do not touch your HODL portfolio. Make sure that you have assets in your long-term portfolio that no matter what happens, you are keeping them as planned. Do not go into that portfolio. Please, if you heard me right, can I get a 2? If this makes sense to you, can I get a 2 in the comment section? Please, in the comment section, let me get a 2 if you heard me right correctly. Can I get a 2? Let me be sure that you heard me correctly. Do not go into your HODL portfolio now to collect some money to start trading. I'm getting a 2 from just yes, yes, BMD, Oludare, Elijah, yes, I see you, yes, Omolayo, yes, Ajimoko, good, Maxwell, okay, so you all know that now. So if you have any assets that you bought, you're saving it for 2-3 years, be patient, do whatever you can do, anything else to make money. If you have to trade, make money from somewhere else and put this. Now I'm putting there to trade. There's another way that you can actually make money to trade. Okay. Now we run a program. You don't have to be part of it, but we're saying that we run a program that can enable you to actually make some money and to trade. Why is that? Now there are so many persons out there, especially in this part of the world in Nigeria. There are so many persons out there that have lost their money because they gave their money to other people to trade for them. These things happened in 2017, 2018, 2019. I think they're even still happening now. A couple of weeks ago, I was in Port Harcourt and I went out, I sat out with some friends and I was being told about a particular scheme that was really prominent in Port Harcourt and in Bayelsa State that I can't remember the name right now. I don't even want to mention names right on this show, but I think people that got into those schemes, they know them. So they give money to people and these people say they're going to trade for you, they're going to invest for you, and they're going to give you, say, 1.5% or 0.5% or 2% of a profit every single day. So at the end of the day, they are giving you like 15%. They're giving you like 15% profit. Okay, they're giving you a month or 20% profit per month. But every point in time, while you're waiting for them to give you some profit, 100% of the risk rests on you. If anything happens to the program, you bear the risk, because I can't remember any case where things like that have gone wrong. Maybe very few cases, a handful. And many cases, you have to go through a lot even before you get your capital back. In many cases, you don't. So, and the reason people give money to all of these institutions and people who claim to know how to invest and all of that is because they feel that trading is, or investing online in the digital finance space, is complex and it's difficult. But what if people are able to learn how to do this on a copy and paste basis without necessarily having to give their money to someone else, all right? And when they make profits, they keep 100% of the profit. And they're capable of making 10%, 20%, 30% in a week, in a day, in 2 days, depending on how the market plays out. So what if you are able to help people to see that this is possible, and the cash, they buy into it? I say, why give your money to someone else to trade and give you 0.5% or 1% per day and 15% per month when you are actually bearing all the risks? And if something happens, your money is gone, your capital is gone. As against you having total control over the capital and taking 100% of whatever profit that is made. From the time we can teach you how, from the time that you buy an asset to the time that you sell the asset and put the money into your account, could take maybe about 20-25 minutes tops. You can actually get into the market. We can show you how you can do that, get into the market. And if anything happens along the line and you decide to say, oh, you know what, I don't want to stay in the market any longer. I want to go out of the market. You can actually go out at any time. Nobody's saying, okay, you know what? You have to stay there because you bought a contract for 3 months, you bought a contract for 6 months, so you stay there stop. I think people should begin to take advantage of these opportunities. So we have a program that if you're able to help people to see this, and it is not compulsory, of course, every information I'm giving to you here is actually for free. But if you say, the market is deep now, I don't know how long this is going to be, but I also need to make some more money so that I can buy some cryptocurrency assets. In fact, even when the market, reverses and it begins to tear its way up, I really need some money to buy some more assets, especially into my retirement bag, or maybe that I will be trading, but I don't have now. There are ways that you can actually make up to $1,000 in a day. You can make up to $1,000 in a month, right, folks? $1,000 can do a lot. In our last show, I showed you how much $100 could do in the cryptocurrency space. I showed you how much $200, $500, $1,000 could do in a cryptocurrency space. At least I remember very well that I showed you a case where $500 turned into 3,100, I think $3.125 million in about 12 months. I personally know the person who was involved, who made that breakthrough. I mean, who invested $500 and made that much. So that means, like in Nigeria at the time, the person invested like 180,000, and by the time he made that money, the equivalent was about 1.4 billion. So you can imagine investing, say, 100, 180, 200, 250,000 and making like 1.4 billion naira in 1 year. That's how crazy this space could be. All you need is the knowledge, when to buy, and what to do as the trends they go on. And it's not complex. So how many persons out there, families, friends, neighbors, that are in the same deep mess and are trying to crawl out, and all they need is this information that you can give to them to say, look, there is a community of trainers, there's a community of coaches and mentors and analysts that can show you how you can take control over your funds, and you will keep 100 and more, so that you will not need to give your money to anybody again and bear the risk. And once that happens, and they say, okay, fine, and they come into the community, of course, there's a cost really to get into the community. You get paid, you get rewarded for being nice enough to tell someone else. When you're rewarded, whether it is $100, $500, $1,000 that you're rewarded with, what do you do with that? You don't use it, you don't spend it. What you do with that is that you take it, you go into the market and you invest it in cryptocurrencies. Maybe even if you do not invest 100% of them, of the money that you make, you invest 50, 60, 70%, depending on what you like. And then the coin grows, the asset grows, and maybe makes that exponential move, boom, and then from there, before you know, your life begins to change and you're playing in the market. So no excuse again when people say, I would have loved to play in the cryptocurrency market, but I don't have the money to buy cryptocurrency. No, that time is gone. So if this really makes sense to you, and you say, okay, I want to learn how I can actually make some money from within the community, okay, that you were talking about, I want to learn some more, please contact me, all right? I'm sure that if you're not in the WhatsApp group, you would see, I think I dropped the link earlier. For those who are just coming in now, I'm going to drop the link again, okay? All right, get in there and you're going to get more details on how you can actually take advantage of this. And in the next 2-3 years, a lot of things are going to happen between 2021 and 2023. And people will have their own testimonies that they'll be given. The question is, will you be able to give yours? Or will you say, well, I heard about this, but I took no action? Okay? Because I believe that one thing that can help you to stay intact without touching that your portfolio that you've kept as your retirement portfolio is that you're busy doing something else. One thing that's going to help you to stay focused without panicking is that you're busy doing something else. So if you are working, you have something else that you're doing that is keeping you busy, taking your attention, that's fine. But if you say you really want to grow in the cryptocurrency space, please don't go and touch that portfolio, right? Don't go and touch that bag. Now you need to get money from somewhere so that you can be trading. The beautiful thing about having money and also trading is that with the trading, if you understand how it works, and this is not about you staying in front of the system every time. I won't be able to stay in front of the system every time. I don't think I have that strength, okay? So if you're like me, then this is also good for you. So what you need to do is you begin to listen to the experts in our community. They are massive, they are mind-breaking. I mean, these guys are so good, I can assure you. And so when they tell you about these assets, you buy them, you farm them. Farming means you buy when it's low, you sell when it's high. In between time of selling and time of buying, it's the knowledge gap. That's why many people buy when they're not supposed to buy and they sell when they're not supposed to sell. So when you do that and you increase the number of cryptocurrency, the units of cryptocurrency that you have, you can take some and put in your long-term bag. You go farm again, you get some more units, you put in your long-term bag because you're not for the short run. You can actually sell some and get some dollars out to do your daily stuff. Make sure that you take care of yourself. But you're looking at, in the next 1 year, I want to cash in. I want to cash out real big. In the next 2 years, I want to cash out real big. Or you can also have long-term bags for your children. This one is for Yusuf. This bag is for Chineye. This other bag is for Taiwo. Do you understand? And you buy some coins and you put in there for them, forget them. Until these children maybe grow up, maybe you get to their secondary school level, their university level, they are done, all right? And then you can just go check and say, how much has this asset done? Friends, there was a time when Bitcoin was nothing. There was a time when BNB is a coin, was nothing, was like cents. There was a time Ethereum was nothing. So imagine people who bought then and kept them. Today, there are newer assets that are coming out. Some of these assets have not even gotten anywhere. For instance, I know analysts are making us understand that BNB is going to hit over $1,000. Right now, it's about 200-300 thereabout. You understand? So it's going to go higher. There are so many assets that will still go up. I may not be able to mention all their names right now, but you have to pay attention. You have to be part of a community. One thing I've also learned so far is that you can't travel this route alone. You need to be part of a community that you guys think like. You have a set of strategies and guides that are actually molding you guys and moving you guys ahead, and you strengthen one another. So don't think that itself is enough. You have to be part of a community. You have to invest in coaching and mentorship, all right, to grow yourself. So please don't touch that bag. And I also think that you can, like I said, you can opt in and become one of our independent business owners. All right, I think that makes sense. So if you need some more information about that, let me know. I'll be willing. I am really, really willing to help. It's important also to note that some of the coins that some of the cryptocurrency assets or coins or tokens that you see now going through all these turbulent times may recover slowly. Some might never recover. I mean, I don't know how that sounds, but I mean, some might never recover. And it might take years to recover. The point is, the reason I'm telling you this is that don't just jump into anyone. You need to be guided in order to acquire these assets. Don't just, some might recover fast, and no, some of them will recover slowly and take a while. Some might never recover. And so some of us who are jumping into shit coins or meme coins, what is this coin? You just jump in and you put your money here and there, and you're hoping it's going to blow someday. That might happen, Also understand that you stand the risk of losing it all. So why don't you stick to assets or coins that are known, coins that even the ones that are known, it may not just be their time to run. You may not know that if you do not have the technical capabilities to analyze all of these, all right? You don't have the capabilities to do in-depth fundamental analysis. So that's where you need people that can do this, people that already, this is their job, this is what they do, this is their life's work. And then they could just point you in the right direction. It makes life easier for you. And all you do is you do all of that for a token, small token, okay, for a whole year, all right, and that keeps you going. So if you were invited into this show, if you were invited into this show by someone, it's important that you get back to the person and say, okay, Stallone said a couple of things. One is he said, we need to be part of a community that would help us, guide us on assets that we need to buy, assets that we think are going to grow, assets that will survive this turbulence. So I want to understand this, I want to be part of this community. How? The second thing I've mentioned is that if you want to buy assets and you really do not know how, okay, where to buy this asset. I mean, you do not have enough money to buy and you say, okay, you know what, I want to buy. Listen, one other thing that you can do is become an independent business owner within our community, okay? And that will help you to raise money from within the community. And don't use the money for personal use. Don't take the money out for personal use. Put the money into buying cryptocurrency assets. When those assets grow, you can take some profit for yourself and put some profit back. You can also grow the number or the units of coins you have from your swing trades and take part and put into your long-term holding bag. You know, you just have to have this system created. It's not about just buying and selling. It's a whole lot more than that. But what we've done in this community is to make it a lot easier. Is to make it a lot easier for you to take those beneficial and profitable actions. Remember, this is the profit show. The key thing here is that everybody coming in should actually be in profit at the end of the day. Okay, so Deji, you're asking which wallet would you suggest we use to keep our portfolio? Okay, I will come to that. Okay, but in the meantime, I'm thinking that there's a very vital information I might need to share with you, okay, on how you can why you need to be a part of this community that I'm telling you about. Okay, I really do hope that you are going to take advantage, all right? I really do hope that you're going to take advantage of what I'm just sharing with you. Just hang on a little bit. Okay, hold on. Yeah, just a moment. Okay, but in the meantime, if you have any other questions, you can just bring the questions on. And okay. So I have a video that I made, okay, on why you really need to take advantage of these trade strategies. I call them trade strategies that our experts, our in-house experts and technical analysis, they give you out there. This is not just about signals. Some people are like, let me go have signals. Do you have signals for me? It's far more than that. Okay, so I've posted the video there in the comment section, and I hope that you're going to go there, grab it, okay, and see why you need these technical analysis, okay, why you need somebody to help you out with this and to protect you. Okay, so I said I have some lists that I'm going to share with you, but before that, I have about 8, 9 of them, okay, on each side, but I'm going to give you some today. But before that, DG, there are some wallets you can actually have. What you're saying is that where can you actually put your cryptocurrency, where you can actually save your cryptocurrency? I believe that's what you're trying to say. Okay. Okay. So there are exchanges where you can actually trade your cryptocurrency, and also these exchanges do have wallets that you can put your cryptocurrency. Okay, that is especially if you're trading them. But if you have, excuse me, if you have long term, if you have coins that you want to leave for the long term, you are not after trading them. Now, I'm not giving you any financial advice, no legal advice, nothing. This is just education. Go do your own research and make your own decision. The essence of this show is to give control back to you. We're not collecting money from anybody. We will not trade for anybody. We will not do business for anybody. We will not do any investment for anybody. We will rather give you the tools so that you can go and do your investments and have control over your funds yourself. All right, so understand that. So everything that I'm telling you here, please go and do your own checks and make your own decisions, okay? Right, but what I'm telling you here are the reasons, are the basis upon which I am making my decisions. So I'm sharing the same thing with you, but that's the basis upon which I'm making my decisions. And if anything goes wrong, I bear the consequences. So I believe that you should also go double check, because you are going to take 100% of whatever profit that comes out of it. Of course, you are also going to take 100% of whatever losses or whatever comes out of this the other way around. So you can actually keep your coins on exchanges like you have Binance, you have KuCoin, you have quite a number of them. You check them out. I think the biggest for now is Binance. Once you have opened a Binance account, you automatically have wallets for all the cryptocurrencies on Binance, whether they are 1,000, 2,000, whatever, you have a wallet for all of them automatically. You don't have to open one by one, okay? But understand that that is a centralized environment, okay? The owners of Binance have control over what happens there. Well, I don't want to go deeper into that. Maybe when we talk about exchanges at some point in time, I probably will talk about that in details. But you can also have access to, decentralized wallets, okay? You can have soft wallets and hard wallets. So for instance, you can have, one of them is MetaMask. So you can check that out, okay? And that's also a wallet. There are quite a number of them. So go online, you can go on Google, type decentralized wallets. There are some, you have to be careful, okay, that you can go there and you have these wallets. Now, these wallets are not linked, they're decentralized. They are not, if you go on Binance, for instance, Binance, you will have to do some registration. You go to your email, you put your details, you put your BVN, you do your KYC. But when you're using decentralized wallets, many cases, I mean, nobody asks for your email. All you have to do, you probably would, you would have a phrase. It could be a 12-word phrase, with which you can get in. If anything happens, you will have your password. There is nothing personal that links you to it except those codes or whatever. So if you lose the data in any way so that you're unable to log in, whatever you have inside is gone. Understand that. However, if it's a decentralized, maybe if you forget your password, you can actually do forgot password, and you go to your email, you do all that stuff, and boom, 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 and you get back in. However, for decentralized, if you miss anything, if anything goes, you are your bank, you are the owner, you are everything. If something goes wrong, it's on you. So, but that is the benefit of that is that you won't wake up one morning and they'll say, okay, Binance has been attacked, or KuCoin or any other exchange has been attacked, and your coin has gone, your asset has gone missing or something, maintenance, blah, blah, blah. For decentralized wallets, it's a lot difficult for people to hack them. But understand there are benefits and there are also risks. But really, expert advice or expert education shows that if you're saving, if you're keeping your coins for the long term, don't leave them on exchanges, leave them on decentralized wallets. Another thing that you can do, the most secure of them all, is the hard wallet, the cold wallet. Actually, is a cold wallet, okay, which is like a token, okay, token like this, you know, which is like a token like this. It's like your, it could be like your USB, you know, your flash drive, okay, We have one that's called one that's called Nano X. I think there are a couple of them out there. So they are called in that you are actually taking the cryptocurrency out online, out of, you know, you're taking it out of the online space and you're putting it offline, so to speak. I mean, that's the basic way I can explain that. So you have it in something that's like your flash drive. But the Nano X, you have Nano S as in S for speed, and you have Nano X as in X for xylophone. So I prefer the Nano X, but the Nano S is also good. With that, you can actually communicate. The device can communicate with your phone. Okay, you can do a couple of things, but the point is that it is out. You see, it's a lot difficult if you have your asset offline for anybody to hack and collect or, you know, do something to it. But if it's online, it is more susceptible. It is more exposed. That's the point. So you can actually go online, do your research on Nano X, okay, the Nano X wallet, okay, and see how you can order yours. I think it should be about, that wallet should be about, the device one should be about 70,000, the equivalent, 70,000 or so, okay? Now, some people would say that, why would I pay that amount of money just to keep my cryptocurrencies? Well, ask people who paid probably $5, $10, $20, $50 to buy certain coins. And by the time they looked back and turned back in a couple of years or in a couple of months, that same cryptocurrency that they paid $50 for to purchase is now worth about maybe $200,000, $300,000. And then suddenly something happens and you lose the cryptocurrency. So my question to you is that, would you rather spend a fraction of the money to protect your asset, or would you expose the asset 100%? You choose. If you're saying, I don't want that, and then some people say, if I'm moving my coins from one place to another, there are going to be charges. Yes. Again, ask yourself, would you rather pay the charges to move your coins from a non-secure location to a more secure location, or would you leave it in a non-secure, in a semi-secure location and risk being attacked? You choose. All right, so it's just common sense. I hope that you have answered your question, okay? Okay, so any other question? Any other question before I give up? Any other question? Okay, Maymark, I have to mute you. All right. Okay, so, all right, did you find? So I've answered your question. So thank you so much. I see Shego in the house, Tunji, Akanobiam, Chooks, Mama G, BMB, Omolaye Owoseni, Prince Kevin, Meke, and Oladele Odi. Thank you very much, all of you, for coming. So, like I said, I'm going to share this. Now, this is me telling you. I'm not telling you to go ahead. I'm just saying this is what I would do. I have about 8, 9. I'm really looking at what the experts, you know, what is going on in the market, doing some fundamental analysis, paying attention to technical analysis and saying, okay, what assets can we buy that can stay, that I believe can actually stay, okay, can actually make us a fortune. What I'm going to mention does not take away the fact that you need to put yourself into learning, that you need to have access to mentorship and coaching. And that is why we have what we have in our community. So I'm going to mention this to you. I'm going to mention the points to you, but please avoid the temptation to take the shortcut, all right? Avoid the temptation to take the shortcut. Understand that you will have to pay attention to learning. You have to pay attention to this space. Don't just put money in there and you say, well, I have some coins that I've bought. But along the line, something might happen. Now look at the video that I shared with you down there. Look at the link later on after this, copy it and watch it. I explained why you need to pay attention, why you have to be part of the community, because you might buy a coin today and something happens along the line, but you are not educated enough to take action because you are out of the community. But if you're in the community, this is like a 1-2 year travel. You are fresh, getting fresh information from the world-class analysts and coaches and mentors that we have in our community. You are stronger to make decisions yourself. And if you are considering to go into cryptocurrency trading and farming and understanding how the market is and to make your own decision, then this is where you have all the training that you need. And it's not scattered, it's all arranged, and it makes it a lot easier for you. If you're here in this space and you want to take a look at what I am talking about, I've just dropped a link. You can copy the link and you can go through that at the end of this show so that you can have access, you can understand fully what I mean, what we're talking about, as to say how you can get access to this community and become a consistent daily profit taker. All right, so let's go. The first coin. Okay, so the first coin we're going to talk about, say, I think you should hold no matter what happens. I think, not financial advice, is Bitcoin. You don't have to buy one Bitcoin. You know, most times when we talk about Bitcoin, people say, Bitcoin is now $38,000. It's it has gone up. No. If you have $50, you have $100, buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. Keep it. If you have $200, buy $200 worth of Bitcoin. Keep it. Bitcoin has not started yet. All right. So from today, start. You don't have to have $38,000, $36,000, $50,000, $63,000 to buy one Bitcoin. No. If you have 20,000 Naira and you say this 20,000 Naira is for Bitcoin, keep it. Well, I'm not advising you. You understand that. I need to sound that. Second, you need to hold is a coin called ADA. ADA. That's Cardano, right? So ADA, hold it. I think it's very small now. The amount is very small now. Hold it. All right. So are we there? Again, remember that I said that the fact that I'm mentioning these coins to you, some people would say, thank God, I know some coins I'm going to buy. Yeah, you can't take that away. That's fine. If that benefits you, fine. But there are over 7,000 cryptocurrencies in the market. There's not 3. It's like less than a film, less than a drop in an ocean. You need to learn about so many. What about ICOs, IDOs? What about things like staking? There's a whole lot. And we've not even scratched a very infinitesimal part of the world's population own cryptocurrency or even know about cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is just one small part of the blockchain technology. You can't just hold a few coins and you feel that's all. And you can't be everywhere. Google, YouTube, searching, it's going to drain you. So it's best that you be part of a community where you have seasoned coaches and mentors. In our community, our analysts have made over, from 2017 till date, they've made over 789 calls, if I'm not mistaken, and only 22 of them did not come accurate. So 97.5% of the prediction, I hope my calculation is right, 97.5% of their calls came correct. People have made a fortune even between January and now, before this turbulence did set in. Even within the face of this turbulence, people are still making money because it's all about decisions. But listen, people in the cryptocurrency market that understand how this works, they don't care about the price, they care about the volatility. When there is volatility, there is money to be made. But you must understand how to navigate through the turbulence and the volatility here and there. That's where knowledge comes in. So don't just take this and you feel, oh, that's it, right? Okay, I'm giving you this because I promise I'm going to give you this. The next coin I think you need to hold, not financial advice, I believe, is Ethereum. Ethereum is going to do wonders. You don't have it again. You don't have to have $2,800. You don't need to have whatever $3,100, $2,000 to buy one Ethereum. You have $50. If you can, go buy Ethereum. $100, go buy. Just lock it away. $200, buy Ethereum. All right, that's in the holding part. There are 5 more to come on the hold, but I'm going to give this to you in our next show. So make sure that you're here in our next show, and you also call your friends and your neighbors to be part of this show so that they get enlightened, they can make decisions. We try to keep the information as easy as possible for anybody to understand. All right, and at no cost, no cost. Just be part of our community, join the WhatsApp group, take a look at the link that we've sent, see if you can take action, and the WhatsApp group will share more information. You can contact me via the group and ask questions. I can help you to the extent that I can. I mean, I'm committed to helping you, right? Now, what about the ones you need to put in your shopping list? Are we ready? If we're ready, can I hear you? Can I get a 3? The shopping list, can I get a 3? Yeah, this is a bonus I'm just giving. Like, can I get a 3 in the group? If you want the shopping list, a 3. I can't see. Yeah, 3. Let's go. Yes, I see Solomon. I see Elijah. All right. I see. Omolayo. Yes, Mama G, Maxwell. Oh, everybody wants the shopping list. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 of the shopping list. Out of the shopping list. Actually, I have about 9, but I'm going to give you 2. Now, you go do your research. Don't say Stallone said. No, don't get lazy. Do your research, all right? Or better still, come into the community. So you will see the data and why these decisions are made. And why you also need to, so it strengthens you, all right? So the first one is Rune. Rune is spelled R-U-N-E, 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 R-U-N-E. You can take a look at that. But again, in this case, when we're talking about this one now that we're talking about the shopping list, you need to pay attention to at what point is this in the market, because that's where technical analysis comes in. The first one I told you, I said it, I don't care where it is in the market, but because you're holding it for a long time, okay, that could go. But if you have this list, a shopping list where you would have to, actually, you know, kind of, where you have to actually go up and down, you know, trade, farm, and all of that, you might need to pay attention to where it is in the market. The next one is Sol. All right, Solana. You need to check that out, Solana. All right, that is another coin you might need to want to check out and see how you can take advantage of it. So these are both coins that you can put in your shopping list, and the other one is in your HODL list. All right, so that's our show for today. If you have questions, I will take a few questions. We're a few minutes behind, beyond scheduled time. And so I could take a few questions if you do have. Any questions? All right, folks. If there are no questions, you can actually still drop your questions in a WhatsApp group, or you can actually contact me. Yes, can Solana be held long time? Yes, I have that. I have that in my long term. So remember that some of these this you can actually hold them long time, and you can actually still shop. You can actually still trade them. So I also have Solana too. Okay, in my long-term bag. So yes, my answer to you is yes. Okay, please, I would like to know more about the independent business owner in the community. All right, so what's going to happen? Akano Ibiam is, are you in the group already? Are you in the group? Okay, are you in the group, Akanu? Okay, you are in the group. Okay, so here is my contact detail. okay, you can reach out to me, okay, and I hope the number is correct. Yesterday, the other day I typed it and it didn't come out quite right. Okay, sometimes you miss this, you miss these things. Okay, so that's it, and then we can talk some more. Basically, the independence, okay, great. So basically, must we buy the out device to keep our coins, or are you saying keeping our coins on Binance for a long time can be stolen? Okay, I didn't say it can be stolen. I'm just simply saying that leaving your, I'll come back to your account, please. The truth of the matter is that your coins are safer offline than they are online. That's what I'm just saying. So I'm not saying Binance can be hacked or anyone. I never said that. I don't want to go that route. So I'm just saying that expert advice from experts all over is that if you can, try and get your coins outside. If you can't get them outside and you want to still leave them online, please, if they are for long term, keep them in a decentralized wallet. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so I kind of what we need to do, basically, for you to become an independent business owner, you what that means is that in the community, you'll become active, you have an account, you become active, and that gives you the rise, that gives you access to be able to make money from within the community, and the money that you make, you can use to buy coins. So I'm going to give you details. Contact me. Let's talk offline because I don't want this show to be longer than it is already. And I'm going to drop some more details in the group, in the WhatsApp group, explaining in details how the independent business ownership works. So you can actually become a business owner in the cryptocurrency space, make money, and actually, yes, it is decentralized. Yes, somebody trust wallet, it is decentralized. All right, folks, any other question? Question time. I will drop details about the independent business ownership in the group. That is something that could give you $1,000 a day. It could give you $500 a day. It could give you $2,000 a day. And with that, you can buy some more online assets or digital assets or coins and keep them for you, for your children, put it in your long-term bag. So you don't have to go into your salary to remove fresh money. You don't have to go into your whatever savings somewhere, but you can actually make money from within the community and put the money into cryptocurrency investments that you have 100% control over. All right, that makes sense, right? Akanu, if you don't mind, could you send me your number privately so I can actually get back to you on this? Okay. All right, Akanu said, I have learned so much tonight. God bless you the more. Thank you very much, Akanu. I really appreciate your kind words. Okay, I hope all of us have had value tonight. And whatever you are doing, please, may it be more profitable. I'll see you again on Monday. But between now and Monday, whatever information we have that we think you need to know, we're going to share in the WhatsApp groups. So if you're not in the WhatsApp group already, make sure that you are part of the WhatsApp group right now. Thank you very much. Akanu, could you send, okay, you can send me a message, my numbers, and I can take it up from there. So bye for now, and I'll see you on our next show. So may Mark, Odi, BMB, Omolayo, Akanu, Ibiam, Jegu, Mama G, Chooks, Maxwell, Solomon, thank you, all of you, for being part of this show. All right, Tunji, thank you very much. Bye for now. I'll see you next time.